training in Hong Kong with a few Wing Chun masters, and I was training privately with Sun Yip Man, pretty much Ching. And one of these friends of mine knew Chan Chee Man, and I was at that point thinking that I wanted to maybe interview several Grandmasters of Yip Man, but I did get an interview with Sifu Chan Chee Man, and on that first encounter, it was special. And what was an interview became a relationship for years, up until his death just a few weeks ago. When I first got there, I came in, you could see the excitement. So the first 20-30 minutes were kind of feeling each other out, finding out what kind of training I have, what's my background. And I must have passed because he decided to go ahead and do the interview. But as we were doing the interview, he pulled me up and we started chi saoing and lop saoing and going through all of the drills and hitting the sandbag and going into his bedroom to the mukjang, and 6 hours of training. He would take breaks, we'd take tea, we would talk, back up we would go. About 5.5, 6 hours into it, I just he said, have a rest. So I kind of laid down my head and I dozed off, and he let me sleep, and I woke up on the sofa, and he said, how are you feeling? And I said, good. He goes, do you want to chi sao some more? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And so we chi saoed more and we worked out more, and then from there we went out to dinner, and then the following day he asked me if I had time, if I want to come back, and I'm like, yeah, for sure. And I came back and started training. There's a small koi kind of pond in a park right down below. So we went for a walk in there, and he took me around, took me to a shop, and we bought some batam dough, and it was just fantastic. So that was a first encounter, and that's where the relationship started at that point, and it never ended. Passion, the charisma that he carried was contagious. You would just want to get on board because he was so excited. And when you're around somebody like that, he does become a Sifu, like a father figure to you, and you respect and admire a man like that. There's not very many people like that any longer. And he told me back then that there'll be a point that one day people will have to come and see me or students like me, because there'll be nobody left. It's difficult to find good students, difficult to find good teachers. I'm fortunate. I've been teaching for a long time, and I have some key people around me that have grown in their ability in Wing Chun. When you're passionate like I am, I just want to be really good, and I want to present the material as best as I can. And the only way you can do that is dig deep, and you can make it happen quicker if you have the right connection with your teacher and you do the right steps. So I encourage those of you that have teachers is just to make sure you know where they're coming from. So especially if you really want to know the art, getting good relationship, getting good rapport with them, and be respectful, so that they want to give you the Tao. He took a legacy and handed it to me, and I believe a few others. And I'm going to cherish those memories, and I'm going to teach those skills to my students, so that his lineage will live on not only through me, but through my students.